Expose Spider-Man. He's a fraud. He's fake. He's full of stick-up. Is anyone else as sad as me is that J.K. Simmons won't be in these movies anymore? Hey there guys, Mikey here, and welcome to the Comic Junkies Corner. So, Spider-Man Homecoming. The trailer has been out for quite some time now. It came out in December. It is January as you're seeing this, but I recorded it very shortly after it. Recording this very shortly after it has come out, and it looks okay. I wish I could be more excited for this movie. I'm not sure. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if I'm actually getting tired of it. Put it this way, it looks very much like the typical Marvel movie, just because I've been able to pick up some of the tropes in the trailers themselves over the years now. So it looks very typical. That's not to say that it will be, because Winter Soldier, Civil War looked like one thing to me in the trailers. It was a completely different thing in the movies, and that was awesome. So the trailer just may not be doing it any justice to me. We got some cool elements though. We got Tony Stark. Some people seem to think he's more of a mentor. I think he's just trying to keep Peter out of trouble, to be perfectly honest, because the Sokovia Accords are still... were they ever ratified in Civil War? I don't remember. I remember the Sokovia Accords were supposed to be ratified, and then the explosion happened. So I was like, did they get ratified after? No one ever said. I would just kind of assume that they were. So, well, I'm assuming that Sokovia Accords are still in effect. I think they mentioned that in S.H.I.E.L.D. too. The Sokovia Accords are still in effect and everything. So, Spider-Man can't just go around willy-nilly saving people. He can't just be a hero, and can't just do stuff on his own. So he can't do that. I mean, he has superpowers. He can't just be a superhero. You can't just be a superhero in a superhero movie. What's wrong with you? So I think Tony is trying to keep him out of a lot of trouble that he could potentially get in, because you have to, if he's going to be a superhero, he has to only act when pretty much it's sanctioned for him to act. So I think he's kind of there's that whole Tony's telling him look, don't go out and don't let us handle this stuff. We will handle it. If we need you, we'll call you. So just lay low for now and everything. And I felt like that's what I was more. I don't think he was trying to be the mentor. I felt like he was more just trying to keep him out of trouble, and because of what's going on with the Accords and everything, and what's going on with superheroes. So that's going to be an interesting element to the movie if that's the case. So what else? We have some villains. We definitely have the Vulture, played by Michael Keaton. We do have it's not confirmed or anything, but it looks like we may have Shocker in this as well. And we also have what looks like Chitauri enhanced weapons and devices and stuff. So it was said that, okay, this tech is floating around and people are getting their hands on it and stuff. So it's going to be kind of interesting. Even in the beginning of the trailer, you see these, they're pretty much small time crooks, robbing this bank or whatever. But they definitely cannot afford what they are using. But they're using this tech to cut open the safe and stuff like that. And it's just where did they get that from? So, and then you see little sprinkles of it here and there and everything. And I'm like, this might be a thing. But, excuse me, what also kind of sparked my interest is that I can't remember if it's the international trailer or the US trailer, but Michael Keaton is talking to somebody and he says something, I'm paraphrasing here, but he says something along the lines of, oh, they're evolving, so we need to evolve too. And I'm assuming he's talking to his cohorts or whatever, which got me wondering, are they going to do a modified Enforcers type thing? Because That would be kind of cool if they did. The Enforcers were Spider-Man's first, like, adversary that he had to deal with. So I'm like, I wish they kind of would do that. That would be really cool. That would be, and the whole homecoming thing, getting back to its roots and stuff. So I'm like, hey, that would be really cool. I would hope that they would do something like that. I might be very wrong, but, I'm like, that would be really cool. It's just like, okay, Vulture's one of them, Shocker's another one. We had somebody that was kind of dressed like Shocker, like the same colors and everything, but somebody else was wearing the Shock Fist. So hard to say, So like, so that part's interesting. What else we got? Obviously, Peter's still a teenager now. I don't know what grade he's probably in. I don't know. He's probably what was he, 15 or something? So what? He's 10th grade or something like that, or 11th. I don't know. I don't know. But he's obviously a high school student, so I don't know how that's going to play into effect. I know one thing about Spider-Man 2 is that I kind of liked the whole him struggling. He's trying to figure out how to balance being a superhero while still being able to devote time to his family, while still be able to devote time to his job and to his studies and stuff like that. And he's having a heck of a time trying to do it. So it would be, and I kind of wanted that to carry over into Spider-Man 3. I know like Spider-Man 3 has issues and, that's like the 10th thing that's wrong with it or whatever. But if you even considered that a problem, but that was one of the things I wanted to see in Spider-Man 3 is I wanted to see that maybe lessened a little bit. Obviously he's going to grow and it's going to be a little bit slightly easier for him, but not much. But I still wanted to see that aspect of it. I still wanted to see him struggling. I still wanted to see that, like, oh, I'm trying everything I can, and it's just like that's what made him so intriguing. That's what made him relatable, more relatable to me, because these other people, like Captain America ain't got no job. I'm just being honest. He doesn't have a job. He don't have anything to do. He don't have homework to do or anything like that. He's got a book of movies that he's supposed to be watching, and that's it. Other than that, save the world. You good. Spider-Man has obligations, as both as a kid and even when he grows up as an adult, he has obligations. So that's going to be interesting. I didn't see Mary Jane, although I heard that Mary Jane was cast. I didn't see Mary Jane. Saw Liz Allen, so I thought that was kind of a cool addition. I was like, okay, there's Liz Allen, which means there's obviously going to be a Flash Thompson type in there somewhere or something like that. I hope. If I'm being honest, I hope they don't focus too much on the high school element. Just kind of like show them going to school and stuff like that. Kind of like, I guess, in the Amazing Spider-Man, I kind of like that balance. It was like he would just go to school sometimes, but it really focused on him evolving as a character and stuff like that. Now, also another hope I have is we don't fall into that trope of Disney villains so far. What I would like to see is more of a balance between the hero and the villain, because obviously this is an already established Spider-Man. You introduced him he's been introduced in Civil War, so the movies are assuming that we know who this person is right now, and we got a really decent introduction to him. And to his character, really, not so much Spider-Man, but to Peter and who he is and why he's doing what he's doing. And it was a nice dialogue scene that I as much as I feel like he wasn't necessary in the movie, it was a nice dialogue scene that they had between each other, and it explained who Peter was and why he does the way he does. So if they were to go that route, just kind of like, I hope they don't do the whole flashback thing. I don't think it's necessary. I just, focus on this movie. That way you have more time to devote to the villains as well as, to the villains as well as the hero. So, moving forward now, the past is the past. We all know Uncle Ben dies, R.I.P. But, let's just move forward now. So, other than that, I wish I was more excited for this movie. Spider-Man is my absolute all-time favorite superhero, and I should be just jumping for joy about this, but for some reason, the trailer doesn't seem to be doing it much justice. It's like it shows you some elements. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm interested, but I'm not, oh my god, I want to see this so bad. I'm going to go see it. I'm not going to act like I'm not going to go see it because it's Spider-Man. I'm going to go see it. I mean, I've gone to see all of the Spider-Man movies right now. Yeah, I've actually seen all the Spider-Man movies in theaters, good and bad. I have seen all of them. So, you know, I'm going to go see it. So, what do you guys think of the new Spider-Man Homecoming trailer? Are you excited for it? Who do you hope the villains are going to be in addition to Vulture? Do you think Shocker's going to be in it as well? What are your hopes and aspirations for this movie? Whatever it is, put it in the comments below. Let me know. Don't forget to check out my friend JJ's blog at 4comicjunkies.blogspot.com. Follow him on Twitter at 4comicjunkies. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. McBlam. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.